And now more of Social Women with your hosts, Amy Diaz, Pat Cruz, and Bronwyn Dannenfelser.
Hello, and welcome back to Social Women. I am your co-host, Bronwyn Dannenfelser, and our toll-free number is 855-252-2020. And in just a moment, we're going to be chatting with Mike Ritz, amazing man, Executive Director of Leadership Rhode Island, and the founder of Heart Providence. And we've got lots of stuff to talk about. And I'm looking at chocolate bars, everybody. Save Chocolateville is what they say on them. And they have to save themselves from Pat, Bronwyn, and Amy.
Is there a way that we can move to Chocolateville?
That sounds like a plan. Move over, Willy Wonka. You've got competition. Well, hi, Mike. How are you doing?
Very good. I was told, if you're going to do any shows involving lots of ladies, bring some chocolate. So I brought some. I brought only two, so I think you'll have to arm wrestle for them or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, we'll share.
Oh, boy.
You guys can share that one.
I know.
Say, notice how Pat just we'll share and brought them both towards us.
I'm giving you one to share.
I know I'm winning at least one of those.
2 for me, none for you.
Oh, see, now he has the mic back.
All right, Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Sure. So I'm, by day, I'm the Executive Director of Leadership Rhode Island, which is a great organization. It's been around for about 30 years that takes leaders, and both sort of established and emerging leaders, and teaches them more about the state, behind the scenes about the state, so that they can make better decisions to improve Rhode Island. So it's a great place to be. And sort of by night, I also founded Heart Providence. Today is an exciting day for me because we're launching the Save Chocolateville chocolate bars, which is an initiative to raise money for children in Central Falls.
Okay.
What many people don't realize is that Chocolateville is the original name for Central Falls.
Really?
I
It
did not know that.
See,
so.
you don't know your Rhode Island history.
All right, well, we'll get back to Chocolateville in one sec. I want to bring us back to Leadership Rhode Island just for a moment because I've known a lot of people that have gone through that program. And you really do get people from all over the business sectors and nonprofit sectors that participate in it. Right?
Yeah, so it's an application process, and we form classes of about 50 to 60 people from both the for-profit, nonprofit, and government sectors. These are individuals that have shown a dedication to Rhode Island, have demonstrated dedication or potential to be good stewards of the state. And so when we put them in this classroom experience, they spend one full day every month for 10 months where, 1 month they might look at the economy all day. And so we bring in different people to teach them about the economy of Rhode Island, but the class themselves teach each other because we have everyone from sort of a grassroots, activist in the class to, in fact, this year we've got someone from Occupy Providence in the class, and he's sitting right next to the Director of Policy for the City of Providence, right next to the banker, right next to so on and so forth. So it's an interesting dynamic to be a part of that class, and I went through it in 2007, shortly after I came to Rhode Island, and it was a life changer for me, and I've been involved in it ever since, and then did some board time, and then eventually they said, hey, why don't you take this thing over?
That's really, what I hear about it from almost everybody I've known that's gone through it is that it's an incredible think tank of free thought, so that some people who might not. It was a banker specifically that had said to me, it's a place where I feel like I can talk about what's happening with work, my ideas and views of the world, solutions to problems, and talk to other people, but I don't have to worry about what I'm saying in the format that they can you can think and throw ideas out freely. So thanks for
what's said here stays here is what we say. So and people get very honest, and it's a safe place for that. And somehow I don't know how, but over 30 years it's maintained that sort of. That ethics of talking freely, honestly, and it not being used against you outside in the community.
Well, which is important because you do a lot of community activism yourself.
I'm jealous. Actually, I want to go through.
Oh, I see an application in your future.
I will not lie. Before we've been communicating via email. I actually looked into the classes before we even invited you, and before Pat was like, "Hey, you should reach out to Mike." And it's interesting that you're here and you're talking about it because I actually was like, that would have been so cool if I would have been able to go through it.
I do know a lot of people that have gone through it and absolutely loved it. We have Claudia Cardoza's on next week, right?
Yes.
She's on next week, and she just finished up.
Well, in a few weeks,
In a few weeks, Barbara Lee was on. There's quite a few guests that we've had on that have gone through Leadership Rhode Island.
Yeah, indeed, absolutely. Lots of great people, a lot of notable figures around Rhode Island. Some better known or lesser known, the Speaker of the House, the 3 mayors of the 3 largest cities in Rhode Island, Mayor Tavares, Mayor Avedisian, Mayor Fung, all have gone through, CEO of Amica. You're hard to find people that are doing great things or making an impact on the state that haven't gone through. And so it's a great place to be. 1,600 alumni now we have in our ranks.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
And we have a College Leadership Rhode Island program, too. So, and that accesses 10 schools in Rhode Island. And the goal is really to keep all this great talent in the state. So.
That is fantastic.
So as we're looking to, as you're doing all these wonderful things and creating these think tanks, you come up with these ideas, which I Heart Providence, that was your idea, though, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't
indeed.
That 4 years now? Or?
This is the 4th year. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the 4th year, I Heart Providence, Party for the City.
Yeah.
My answer, or one of them, to cynicism, I kind of, I try to kill the cynic every chance I get. And sometimes they, say my head's too much in the clouds. But I don't mind it being there. And so I just got fed up about 4 years ago. It was actually right about the time I had gone through Leadership Rhode Island, picking up the paper and seeing everyone putting down Providence. And I live in Providence. I own a house in Providence. I'm on the west side of Providence in the Armory District. I love my community. I love the city. And so my friends would always say great things about the city. But yet when I would look at the paper, it would be all negative. And so I said, why don't we do something to sort of harness what's going right in the city? And I wanted to create a video of confessions, almost like guilty confessions, like if you're a Catholic, guilty, And so we set up these confessional booths in City Hall with a camera, like you see on a reality show or something, and then you sit down and say, I heart Providence because. And so it was all an excuse to gather videos originally and to use that as a sort of a marketing attempt around the country to get people interested in the city. And it's turned into a great party. We did the videos too. And every year we sort of theme something. So we've done videos, we've done love letters to the city.
That's awesome.
So Thursday,
I went last year. I had a blast, by the way. Yes, I did.
Very good.
I saw you with your little hat.
Yeah, I usually have maybe a drink or two. It's one of those few occasions where where you're allowed to drink in City Hall. And this year is ideas. So our theme is around, you got an idea for the city. We've got these giant suggestion boxes for you to give your ideas to the mayor.
Nice.
And Providence Monthly is also publishing the ideas and stuff, and I'd be happy to send them to you as well.
That would be great.
All right, so now here's an idea that you came up with. We're going to bring it right back to Chocolateville now, because again, they're staring me in the face. But so, what was this for? So Central Falls, we know, to raise money for Central Falls, and
yeah. You're gonna get me in trouble. They told my attorneys told me I couldn't use that.
Sorry.
Larry's fault.
Didn't tell me.
So
Use what?
Exactly. What?
I didn't hear anything.
So for the first 40 years, Central Falls was called Chocolateville because a chocolate mill started. It was the first sort of center of commerce in the community. And they started to build around this Chocolateville, which eventually became known as Central Falls. There's one chocolate maker in Central Falls today, and his name is Andrew Schatz. He runs Garrison Confections. Yeah, he's one Wonka.
I couldn't resist. The chocolate was just calling my name. I already opened it. I'm eating it, and Larry's trying to take it from me, and it's not going to happen, Larry. Larry, here you go.
So Garrison's, I love their stuff.
Yeah, and what people don't realize is that Andrew Schatz is considered to be in the top 5 best chocolatiers in the entire country.
Wow.
And he's in Central Falls. And so I met up with him and I said, let's do something to sort of, again, defeat cynicism, start to make some good stories about what's in Central Falls, because there's a lot of great things happening there. They're just getting a bad rap right now. And so we designed this chocolate bar together, and we're getting distribution. Whole Foods picked it up. And they're going to launch it tonight at the University Heights location on Main Street.
I've got an idea. How about every idea that we bring to Providence, you incorporate chocolate into it?
That's a pretty good idea.
That's
You might have the best idea.
Hear, hear.
We need them for every social women event and show. And
yeah, we do.
So tonight's the kickoff at Whole Foods?
Yeah, 5 to 7. People will come, and we're calling it a wrap party, not as in the, spitting on the microphone type of rapping, but rather putting the label around the chocolate bar.
Cool.
And so, it gets everybody involved, brings the community together. And I think more importantly than anything, it's going to be a place for people to talk about Central Falls. Many, many people are from Central Falls, and they love the community, but they left so many years ago. And so now, sort of when you raise the banner for something, everyone comes out and they want to tell you their story. And so we're getting lots of emails at Leadership Rhode Island. I'm getting emails about all these great things about the community, Central Falls. And so it's the first taste of things to come. I'm actually...
No pun intended.
Right. I'm actually spearheading an initiative to mobilize hundreds of people to go into the community and assist the community based on what the community wants to see happen there. It's called a community reconnaissance model. And so people will go in, they'll interview residents, both business leaders, community leaders, and also just, the average person on the street, and ask them what they think about their city. We call it How's Your City? And then we're going to figure out, now that we know what you care about and what's important to you in the city, then how can we leverage the alumni of Leadership Rhode Island and other networks to help that city revive and take care of itself.
Well, Mike, it's really admirable to see what you're doing, what you've been doing. It's really putting all these cities in a positive light. And,
exactly.
Quickly before we have to let you go, Heart Providence is Thursday.
Is Thursday. Yep.
Okay. Time?
Let's
invite everyone.
It is 6 to 8. Everyone's invited, the whole city. It's free food. Rancho Grande.
Great event. It's a great event.
It is now with free food. Yeah. Great food.
It's live music. By the way, a lot of people think that the city somehow, there's a lot of talk about the city finances and stuff. No one pays for this. This is me just getting a lot of good people together and say, you love the city, show your love. Donate your food, donate your musical talents, donate your talent, and make a party for the city. And so that's what's happened.
Thanks
Fantastic.
for doing that and reminding us why we live in such a great city and a great state. And, I think you engage people to tell their stories, and that's what makes a difference.
I grew up in Providence all my life. And
I'm a West Side girl myself.
Yeah.
I went away for school, and I came right back. My immediate family is no longer here, and I'm always asked, why did you come back? And I'm like, home is where the heart is.
Yeah.
I love Providence.
At Hudson
love
Street
it.
Market.
Love it. So thank you so much.
They will be there, by the way.
Mike, if our viewers want to get in touch with you or any of all the different ventures that you've got your hand and your
Oh my goodness. I guess Facebook. I'm a big Facebook user.
Fantastic.
So I guess that's the best way. Yeah.
We'll put you up. Thank you so very much for
Don't
joining
forget
us.
Heart Providence
And Chocolateville.
Thursday night.
Today at Whole Foods and Thursday at the City Hall.
You got it.
All right.
We're
Thank
gonna be
you.
there.
Hey, thanks
we'll
for
be
having
there.
me.
We can't wait.
All right, you're listening
Excellent.
to Social Women. I'm your co-host, Bronwyn Dannenfelser.
Oh.